Hi everyone, welcome to our second activity of the week. Today we're going to be setting up your journals in Seesaw. And we're going to be using Seesaw as sort of like a notebook this year, a place where you do writing and post work that you've done. So what I want to do in this video is walk you through, first of all, setting up your Seesaw, your communications Seesaw group, which will just be a one-time thing. And then I want to show you a little bit about how to use it. At the end of the lesson today, what I'm going to ask you to do is post your first journal response in Seesaw. So let's get started. The first thing I'd like you to do is, obviously it says here to watch the video that is playing right now. So the first thing we're going to do is sign up for your Seesaw class, your communications group. And to do that, you need to go to your email. So if you go over here into the materials or tools section, there's a link to email, and you can click on that. It'll open up your email in a new window. And if you're already signed into your Rehoboth Google account, it should just automatically take you to your inbox. But if you're not logged in yet, that's okay. You can sign in right here. I'm going to sign in with this generic student account so you can see what a student sees. So I'm going to click on that, put in the password. And after it loads, you'll see your inbox. Now you can see here that this example student account and you should also have an email from me. Now this inbox is really empty, so it's really easy to see this email, but you might have a really full inbox. This email should have come to you on Monday morning at 8 o'clock a.m. So if you want to look back and see, you might have to scroll down a little bit to find this email. What I tried to do is put a bunch of pencil emojis in the subject line so you could really easily see this email. If you still can't find this email from me in your inbox, you can go up to the search mail and type in my address, pnielsen@rcsnm.org, and hit enter. And it'll just filter out just the emails you've gotten from me, and you can see it right here. So open up this email, and you're going to see it says, hello, you are in communications writing group number. Now, I have put you all into smaller groups in our larger communications class, so your number might be a different thing than this. It might say you're in communications writing group 7 or 12. So everyone's will be a little bit different. Another important thing to note is that for every writing group, this code that's in my video is different. So you need to make sure you go to your email and put in the code that's in your email, not the one that's in my video right here. Okay? So it says, please follow the steps below to join your group in Seesaw. So it says, step 1, highlight the code below and then copy it. So I'm going to do that, highlight it, and then I'm going to hit Control-C, or you can two-finger click and hit copy, either one. Now it says, step 2, click here to go to Seesaw. So I'm going to click there, and it's going to open up Seesaw in a new window. Now, if you've used Seesaw before and you've already signed up for it, it's possible it'll just take you straight into Seesaw. And if that's true, I'll show you at the end what you should do. But for most of you, you're going to come to this screen right here. And of course, you're going to click I'm a student. And when you get to this sign-in page, rather than type anything in here, we're going to click this Sign in with Google button. And it's going to ask you which Google account you want to sign in with. And since I'm being a student in this video, so you can see what a student sees, I'm going to click on this 7th grader, this student account. And it might ask you for your password, or it might just take you straight in. Once you are in this into Seesaw, it says you aren't connected to any classes yet. Now, it's possible if you used Seesaw last year with your teacher that maybe you do have some classes listed here. But what I want you to do if you see this screen is click Enter Student Code. So we'll click Enter Student Code. And now this is where we're going to put that code that you copied from the email. So now what I'm going to do is hit Control-V, or if you want to, you can also two-finger click and hit Paste. And then click on Join Class. And it says, success, you're now connected to Communications 01 or whatever communications group. It might say 07 or Communications 13 or 14. And then click on Go to that class. And now you're in. You have your account set up. And now whenever you log into Seesaw, you'll be in this group. You don't have to put this code in anymore. Now, if when you came into Seesaw, if you've already have signed up for Seesaw classes in other subjects, it might have taken you to a screen like this. The way that you see all of your different classes is you go up here to the top left-hand corner where you see your name. And if you click on it, you'll see a bunch of classes listed here, the classes that you're in. And if you came to this at first, the way that you add this class, the place where you get to type your code in is you click on this Join Class button like that, and then you can paste the code in. But once you paste the code in once, you'll be into your writing group. And so this is your journal. This is sort of like, picture it as like a composition book, basically, but it's online instead of hard copy. So we are set up now. I'm going to leave this tab open. I'm going to go back here, and after you've set this up, you don't need this email anymore. You can delete it. So I'll do that. Look how clean this inbox is. That's amazing. Okay, now I'm going to go back to our the distance learning website where the activity instructions are. So we did this first part. We followed along with the video in order to set up your Communications Seesaw journal. That's done. Now it says step number 2, check out the journal prompt in the product section over here to the right. Use it to create your first journal entry, which you'll publish to your group's blog. So I want to just walk you through a little bit how to use Seesaw if you've never used it before. And we'll look at that journal prompt. So first, let me go over here and take a look at this. Whoa, take a look at this journal prompt. You can click on it to make it bigger. And the journal prompt says, when it loads, introduce yourself with your name and your grade, and tell a story about something that happened to you this summer. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to do an example Seesaw prompt right now, and then I'd like you to do that as well. Now notice over here the directions say post your response. You may choose writing, video, or audio, and I'll show you what that means in a second, in your Seesaw journal. And then publish your post to your group's blog. I'll also show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so let's go back to our communications journal. By the way, you could also, if you had closed out of that tab, you could just click here, Seesaw, and it will also take you there. I'm going to close out of these extra tabs. Okay, so here I am in my communications journal. So I want to show you something over here really quickly. There are 4 choices in the right-hand menu over here. There's journal, activities, inbox, and blog. Now, I will not be having you in this particular class use the activities or inbox features very much. The 2 things that we'll use for this class are the journal tab and the blog tab. And just to explain what the difference between those 2 tabs are, the journal is your personal space. You can see it's blank over here. This is the journal space. And anything you write in your journal will show up over here if you click on the journal tab. This is stuff that only you can see, and then I as the teacher can see. But no one else in your class or your writing group can see what's in your journal. The blog, however, is a shared space where everybody who's in your writing group can see the things that you publish to the blog. And so if you click over here, there's nothing in the blog yet, but anything that you publish here or that your group mates publish here, you'll be able to see. So again, your personal space is the journal. Your shared space with your group is the blog. Now there's going to be about 5 or so students in every writing group. So in communications group 1, there'll be about 5 students, and you'll be working together as a small group to share your and discuss your writing. We're just going to start right here in the journal, make sure the journal tab is selected here, and we're going to add something. You can either click this add button up here or this add something button. I'll click up here. And now you have a choice here. It says post your work. You can do a photo, a drawing, a video, You can upload something, a note or a link. Now, in this case, I'm giving you the option for your journal this time to either write something, so to do a note, or to record yourself talking and to do a video. You can choose whichever one you would rather do. For this case, I'm going to do a video. So I'm going to click on the video, and it's going to ask you, Seesaw wants to use your camera. I'll hit allow, and you'll see yourself pop up here. And I just want to remind us what the prompt was. What am I going to do in this video? I'm going to introduce myself and tell a story about something that happened to me this summer. Okay. Now, when you're ready to record, hit this little button down here. And then I'll do my journal entry. So I'm going to follow the directions in the prompt, and then I'll hit that button again afterwards. Allow. Hi, I'm Mr. Nielsen, and I'm supposed to say my grade too. I teach 7th and 8th grade, and I'm also working on a master's degree as well, so I'm not sure what grade that is, but something that happened to me this summer. This summer was a weird summer, probably for everybody because of COVID and isolation, but my family did get a chance to go camping in the forest one weekend this summer up in the Jemez Mountains. And it was really beautiful. We loved it. But one thing that sticks out to me is the morning, the first morning we were there, my daughter, Christy, who's 5, she got up really early. And it was like maybe 5:30. And our other son, Caleb, who's 3, was still sleeping. And so I didn't want her to wake him up. And so we quickly, I sort of quietly got her out of the tent, and we put her shoes on and things, and we went for a little hike together. And it was just the most beautiful thing that happened this summer, I feel like, to me. It was so cool and clear up there in the mountains, and we were hiking on this trail, and it was just time for me to spend with her together. And we went on this little hike, and it was just the birds were chirping, and it was so beautiful. And such a good time to spend the two of us together. And I hadn't even planned it. It just happened. And that was a really special thing that happened to me this summer. All right. Good to meet you, everybody. Thank you. Let me see. So now you can see I hit the pause button down here, but I think you can just click done when you're finished. You can see that you have a maximum of 5 minutes for your video. So mine took about 1 minute and 45 seconds. If you're doing a video, aim for about 1 minute or so. You can be a little longer than that too. Hit done. And then now you can watch your video back if you'd like to. Hi, I'm Mr. Nielsen, and I'm supposed to say my grade too. I teach 7th. Okay. So after you finish previewing your video, I believe you can hit X and you can re-record your video if you didn't like it. But I would say don't overthink it. Don't worry about it being perfect or anything like that. But when you're ready, go over here and hit the green check. And you will see now your journal entry shows up right here in your journal space. And so you're done your journal entry. Now, let's imagine that you wanted to do the writing one instead. So if I go back and click on add, you do not have to do both a video and a writing. Do whichever one you would rather do and you feel most comfortable with. But I just want to show you what the note looks like. So when you click on note, it just says type a note. And here you can type hello, my name is Mr. Nielsen. I am in whichever grade you're in, and then tell the story of something that happened to you this summer. So I'll go back and cancel. Whoops, back, delete and start over. Okay, I didn't actually want to post that. But here's my journal post. Again, you can do either the writing or the video prompt. And so that's the first step. The second step that I want you guys to do is if you go right here in your journal and scroll, use this little scroll bar to scroll all the way down till you can see the very bottom of your prompt. Whoops, I've got some little tools that are popping up here. Let me get out of there. Okay, so you can see at the bottom it says comment, and then there's like a little folder there, and then this is the one you want to do. What we're going to do next is we're going to publish your journal post to your writing group's blog. Remember I said over here this blog is the shared space. And I'd like for you guys to be able to get to know each other a little bit in your writing group. So this is going to be a journal prompt that you share with your small group. There's only going to be like 4 other students who see it. It's not going to be shared to the whole class, just a small group. And so what I want you to do in order to publish something to the blog so that your small group can see it is you're going to click on this little globe symbol right here. And it says publish this item to the blog once it's approved. And you click that green publish to blog button. And you're done. And I think, yeah, this will stay blue now so you can see it. Now later, if you go over here to blog, first of all, I have to sign in as a teacher and approve that it can go to the blog. But once I do, it'll show up here, and you'll be able to see all of the introductions from all the people in your group for this activity. And later on, we'll do an activity where you get to take a look at other people's, what they posted. Okay, so that's it. That's how to use Seesaw. You've got your journal, your blog. I'm actually gonna close out of this tab for now. And that is it for this video. Thanks for following along. Please email me if you have any questions.